Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, we're back for one last time with the early access for update V550, and today we're gonna talk about who's the best characters, who's the worst characters, who's the best uniform, who's the worst uniform. So, well, based on the actually testing we're able to do on the beta access. Obviously, when we get a full patch note, stuff might change. When the update goes live, stuff might change compared to the early access. So let's take all I'm gonna say today with a grain of salt, because it could change. It could change because the early access is not the official release yet. I just want to, put a good line here about that, because a lot of people are going to be like, man, this is going to suck. Man, this is going to be awesome. And like they're going to buy it, and or not buying is going to blame me for making a bad decision if not Marvel changed something. So I just want to put that clear out there, guys. This is not the official release. Anyway, if you enjoy the content, guys, before we go in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and enable the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when I post a new video, go live with a live stream. Talking about live stream, we are live every single day, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And guys, if you want to play Marvel Future Fight on PC, well, go in the description down below, click on the link next to play Marvel Future Fight on PC, and install the #1 Android emulator for Marvel Future Fight, the Memu app player. With that said, guys, let's get started. Let's go see those new characters and new uniforms. So, who is the best new character? That's the first question I get asked. Who is the best new character? Here we go. We got Harrow. I murder a name. I know, guys. Sorry, my accent is terrible for that name, apparently. She is the best characters, but does it make her worth the actual bio sub? That is the second question concerning her, and no, in my opinion, she's not worth a bio sub. You know, a mid-eye level World Boss Ultimate character and eye level Shadowland characters is not worth a BO sub, in my opinion. A BO sub, to be worthy, the characters has to be a meta in something. At least for me, like a meta support, a meta in World Boss Ultimate, a meta in Ball Extreme, a meta in PvP, and then a meta in Shadowland. I could live with that. But a character that is just good but not good enough to actually own a game mode, in my opinion, is just not worth a BO sub. She's still gonna be a strong World Boss Ultimate character if you're looking for clearing, World Boss Ultimate 50 plus. She's gonna be able to do that on pretty much all of them, on Cool, on Corvus, and on a Bonnie. I think she's going to be around 25, 30s on Thanos, and on Proxima, no, because she is energy type damage and not physical type damage, so she's not going to do much against what's the name I just said? Proxima. She's not going to be doing very good against Carter Twitch either, because Carter Twitch reflect energy attack, so she's going to get murdered with the reflect there. And she does not have type advantage against Quicksilver World Boss Ultimate, so on that side she's not going to be very good, but she's still going to be above average for the other World Boss Ultimate, like I said, Cool, Thanos, Corvus, and the Bonnie. So she's gonna be decent there, but is this worth $9 plus a mega rank up ticket? Hell no, it is not worth, at least not for me. So yes, she's gonna be in the million characters. No, you should not be getting her, guys. And next new characters we have, and by the way, she's the top new characters, obviously. The next best new character, in my opinion, is this one. I'll put this one in second place. You could alternate Swordmaster and Voodoo, but Voodoo, for one big reason that he has an advantage over Swordmaster, in my opinion, is his leadership for World Boss Ultimate. If we look at his leadership here, wrong place, Starco. Here, increase all debuff effect by 40%, which means that when you're actually running this guy as a lead in the World Boss Ultimate, for example, when other people actually apply debuff like defense down, or CC, those debuffs are going to stay longer on the World Boss Ultimate, which is going to be very, very strong. A little bit similar to what White Fox leadership actually bring to the table. So this is a very strong leadership. I think that putting this guy as lead with Doctor Strange is actually going to be pretty damn solid in my opinion. So because that leadership in both Swarm Master and him has about the same kind of damage output, I do believe that this guy is going to be second place. And if you don't count the BO sub characters, it's going to be the first characters that people should get, in my opinion. Strong Shadowland, average World Boss Ultimate. He has no survivability really, so I don't expect him to do any good in PvP, but that still need to be tested. It's not going to be meta in Alliance Battle Extreme, definitely not. So average World Boss Ultimate, good for Shadowland. You know, Shadowland probably up to about the 70s, which make him a very great free-to-play character. And by the way, you can get him with regular biometrics like Shadowland biometrics or whatever. So total free-to-play character, guys, and not bad at all. Not bad at all. Just gotta learn how to deal with his lack of survivability, which does not really allow him to do World Boss Ultimate without the debuff removal or a heal. If we look at the next new characters, it's Swarm Master. Swarm Master is awesome. Let's not take that away from him, but damage output could be a little bit better. It could be a little bit better. Obviously, they give us trash stats for those early testing, early access, so we cannot see the full potential of the characters. So I'm talking about the potential we were able to actually see in the early access. And if we look at his skills, you're gonna see his leadership is trash. 35% increase to all defense, and that's the difference, because damage output, usability is about the same as Dr. Voodoo, except that you can replace cool and the bounty that you get from being able to clear with Dr. Voodoo to Quicksilver in Proxima with Swarm Master. So that's a little bit the difference for World Boss Ultimate, but overall about the same damage output, better leadership on Voodoo, worse leadership on Swarm Master. So Swarm Master come to the last position in the new characters, but strong free-to-play characters as always, guys. He's gonna be able to do Shadowland between 60 and 70. He's gonna be able to clear, you know, your World Boss Ultimate up to maybe between 40 and 50. So strong character for a free-to-play player, obviously. So there's no weak characters in this update, in my opinion. It's all, you know, free-to-play characters are usually Shadowland characters anyway. Shadowland and mid-level World Boss Ultimate. So those two new free-to-play characters, that's exactly where they stand. The new BO sub characters could be better, pretty much the same level as Kitty Pryde without the leadership. So Kitty Pryde was actually a better character than Harrow, in my opinion. Now, if we talk about uniform, we got a lot of uniform, guys. We got 8 uniforms. Sorry, I cannot do math today. We got 8 uniforms. So we're gonna talk about the best uniform to the worst, the uniform that will bring the most to you. Then we're gonna finish with the uniform that's gonna bring the least to you. So uniform number 1, we got the White Fox uniform. In my opinion, this uniform is a game changer. 15% increase of all attack to people with leadership. This is crazy. Plus, not only that, which I did the math, that bring about that with the increased damage to super villain character. If you combine both together in Alliance Battle Extreme, well, you get about an increase of, from previous score, an increase of about 18 to 20%. That was from my previous testing with Lunar Snow. That was about what I got in score increase. So 15% at all attack give you about 18 to 20% increase in your score in Alliance Battle Extreme. So it is very solid. It's going to be very, very solid in World Boss Ultimate 2. That makes this support characters even better. But also as a solo character, she's gonna be able to clear World Boss Ultimate 50 plus pretty easy. She was already on the verge to be there, so this new uniform makes her a lot stronger. And if you actually use her you know, as a lead for characters like Luna or Sharon Rogers for the Trinity team, well, you get that extra 15% all attack. So that's gonna make those two Trinity team even stronger with White Fox lead. So that is gonna be very awesome, guys. This is gonna be awesome, and I have to put her on #1 just because the huge damage increase she brings to everybody with a leadership ability, both in Ellen's Battle Extreme and in World Boss Ultimate. For people who are already struggling capping with Luna Snow with CTP of Energy or a cold damage plus proc in Ellen's Battle Extreme, well, that 15% increase of all attack is gonna be a game changer for people who were like 100 to 100,000 points away from getting the cap score on those days. That's gonna be a game changer for them. So I have to put this uniform in position #1. Then after that, we have the Luna Snow uniform. The Luna Snow uniform is a huge boost. A huge freaking boost. First, we get a cold damage increase by 15%, which is, let's see the difference with, oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. The boost was 10% before. So we get already a 5% increase here. 5% increase cold damage, which is actually pretty solid. But also the 5th skill does more damage. The 4th skill does a lot more damage. Plus the healing happen at the start. Yeah, the healing happen at the start now of the skill, so you don't have to wait. So you just need to heal, press the 4th skill, then move on. And plus the damage is a lot more intense. And if we actually compare both 4th skill here, you can see here there's a huge difference, guys, for World Boss Ultimate. See here, look at the skills and look at the skill. Decrease of cold resistance stack up to 30% and ignore immunity. So basically against World Boss Ultimate, just that you're gonna be doing 30% more damage to World Boss Ultimate. So this is a huge update. Not only that, she looks a lot better, and from the score difference in Ellen's Battle Extreme, it was about close to a 10% increase from my testing personally that I did on the early access. So pretty solid increase. Now if you already have the Andromeda uniform and you cap and you're achieving everything you want to achieve already in the game with her, don't get this uniform but if you want to make your Luna better, or if you don't have any uniform or yet, this is gonna be a massive upgrade, guys. Massive upgrade. So I have to put her as the 2nd best uniform in my personal opinion. The 3rd best uniform is gonna be this one, the Quicksilver uniform. Quicksilver, if we compare the uniform bonus we get here, attack speed increased by 10%, which was never an issue, and increased chain of damage by 10%. Now if we compare here, the chain of damage was already there, but now we get the extra attack speed. That's that, plus there's a few skill changes. If you look at the previous uniform compared to the non-uniform, he has skill changes on the 3rd skill and 4th skill. Now you get skill changes on the 2nd skill, 3rd skill, 4th skill, and 5th skill. So 4 skill changes, and the damage on that 5th skill. You know, 5th skill used to be, you know, a good snare, a good CC, and allow you to win in PvP, but did not do that much damage. Now that 5th skill does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. It doubled the speed at which I can actually clear Proxima and the World Boss Ultimate at the same level with both uniform. So it's a huge improvement. Obviously it's gonna make him better in PvP. Is he gonna be the meta with this uniform in this tier 3 that everybody expect? That I can guarantee it to you guys, because PvP testing is not something we can do on the early access, but he is gonna be very solid, and I wish he shared one of that hot dog with me. I'm hungry. So yes, very solid uniform. Definitely the 3rd best uniform in this update. Now the 4th best. It is time, guys. It is time. Rogue get a massive boost, a freaking massive boost, but it will not turn her into a meta. Since the 3 previous uniform are actually meta uniform pretty much, because they turn meta in even stronger meta, they get a highest priority than her highest ranking. But this uniform is a massive upgrade. I think that we're gonna be able to do Proxima 60 plus with her with that new uniform. She's gonna be able to clear very, very, very high in Shadowland. If we actually take a look at the uniform here, uniform effect, energy utilization, which I think increase her healing a little bit. It's about the same as with the previous uniform, if I'm not mistaken. 5 skill changes, defense down that will apply to Wall Boss Ultimate. Crazy damage on that 4th skill, by the way. 3rd skill, defense down that does not work on Wall Boss Ultimate but will work in Shadowland. 2nd skill, healing plus increase your physical attack by 40%. The 1st skill is an attack you don't really use, at least in the Wall Boss Ultimate, but she is very, very strong. Like I said, she's probably gonna be able to push up to stage 60 Proxima on Wall Boss Ultimate, which makes her a lot stronger than she was with that uniform, that's for sure. If we actually look at the improvement we get from that 4th skill, that tier 1 passive or tier 2 passive, energy utilization, let's see here. Heals, energy, tier 2 passive. See, we have all the buff here, the guaranteed dodge and decrease all damage received. If we remove the uniform here and go look at that tier 2 passive again, you can see the debuff duration has been increased. Well, the debuff effect has been increased, and that's pretty much the change we get from that uniform. See, it goes from 10 to 20% on increase all buff effect, which is gonna increase the duration if you CTP of rage. If you put a CTP of rage, the effect, yeah, the effect, the amount of damage you're gonna get, the duration is already 30%, but the amount you get, like a CTP of energy, 200% CTP of energy is gonna be turning into a 240% damage proc, which is a huge improvement. So that really helps. The damage output this uniform is crazy, guys. It is crazy, and that 5th skill actually gives you physical reflect too, which is pretty solid. It is pretty solid. I don't think she's gonna become a meta in PvP with that, but I think she will gain some usability in Island Conquest, in my opinion. Anyway, very strong improvement, definitely strong improvement here, guys, with that uniform. Next uniform, we have this guy. Okay, the uniform is terrible looking, guys. It is wow, the ugliest uniform I've ever seen in my life. But if we look at the effect here, we get 10% increase all attack, and we get increased chain hit damage by 15% when attacking, and you do a lot of chain hit damage with this guy. So it's awesome buff here. And his 3rd skill, look at that, in your immunity defense down, which mean when you hit that, you let the skill go, you can get 75% defense down on the target. The only thing on that skill, it's very easy to get that skill cancelled, and you have to run the full skill to get the defense down. So there's no cancel. So pretty much now in the Wall Boss Ultimate, the rotation for this guy is hold tree, let the tree go all the way, use your 5th skill, let the 5th skill go all the way, and repeat. This 2 skill guy now, you only use 2 skills on this guy, which is still make him even stronger than it was already in the Wall Boss Ultimate, which it was already one of the strong characters. So that almost turned him into a meta for Wall Boss Ultimate, and in Shadowland it was already able to do, you know, between 70 and 80s. So I'm expecting this guy now to be able to do over stage 80 in Shadowland, which is a huge improvement. I don't see him to be any better in PvP, but it's still a huge upgrade for this guy. If we go with the next one is actually going to be the Vision uniform. The Vision uniform, not many skill changes from the previous look. Okay, let's be honest. If we go here, well, don't really need to go here. If we go here, uniform effect, you can see 1 skill change, but that skill change brings so much damage. it brings so much damage. Just that skill change here, double the damage that put us vision. Well, in addition to the 20% increase all attack, plus you get decrease debuff duration by 20%, increase all resistance by 30%. So that 20% increase of all attack mixed with that skill where Wanda comes to fight with you, it's a huge improvement from his base kit here. Although if you don't want to spend a crystal and just want to go with this uniform, it's fine. You're missing a little bit on a little bit of attack, but you're still not gonna hurt yourself too much. But the difference between both uniform on the 5th skill is ridiculous. This 5th skill is a game changer for vision, definitely. But if you play him at base look, you're still gonna be pretty happy with his rework. Don't get me wrong. In Shadowland, where most people are gonna use this guy, he's gonna wreck it between 60 and 70, which is decent. If you want to push that Shadowland to a 105 to get that Mega Tier 2 ticket, you need those characters to clear in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. So all those characters are actually very useful, and you're gonna be able to find a niche for vision without a problem. Then the next uniform in the list, in the ranking, is this one. This one doesn't look like a big change when you first look at it, but it's actually pretty solid. First thing, activation rate, 85% chance when attacking, apply itself. Critical rate increased by 30% for 4 seconds with a cooldown time of 4 seconds. So pretty much is a stable boost that will always stay there. So it's very useful. You get 4 skill changes, which are pretty solid. You can see your critical damage increase by 30%, in your target dodge rate by 100%. 4th skill, you get a healing, you get a reflex, you get a bunch of shit. 3rd skill, fracture. 1st skill, you actually get immunity to all damage for 1 second. Very solid. For people who love Crescent, this uniform is actually something that very good to get. For people who don't care about Crescent, well, don't get it. That's not gonna change your life pretty much. It's a good Shadowland uniform, and a good uniform to actually do a little work with her in World Boss Ultimate. I expect her to be able to clear about 50 Proxima. That's my expectation. I'm definitely gonna get this uniform and test it out for you guys when it goes live. But it's still a decent uniform. There's not a single bad uniform in this update, by the way, guys. Maybe not all uniform you want to get, but still all uniform that upgrade the characters, and she got upgraded, so that's all that matters here. And then we get a Scarlet Witch. You can notice I kept this uniform for last, guys. There's a specific reason, because the power level of Infinity War uniform and Uncanny Avenger uniform is pretty much the same on Scarlet Witch. The only two places where this new uniform is gonna outperform the previous uniform is a Banima Wall Boss Ultimate, because now the 5th skill is becoming elemental damage skill. So obviously Obviously, this skill won't do much damage against characters like Cool and stuff like that. So the damage done to those characters that don't take extra damage from mine, from elemental damage, is gonna come from the regular kit. So not much an improvement there, but people that can actually take extra damage from mind damage, from elemental damage, are going to take a lot more damage, because that mind resistance now here, 100%, plus the skill is mind damage, so that really buffs the skill too while you're applying it. And you can see I tested out on Ebanima yesterday in yesterday's stream, and you can see that 5th skill does more damage than the 4th skill against Ebony. But if you compare the 5th skill damage on Cool, for example, it barely do any damage. So it's gonna be much better for Ebony, much better for Shadowland. But because it's only better for that, and for the rest, having the Infinity War uniform is just fine. And then for Bunny and Shadowland, if you already have the Infinity War uniform, I don't see no reason in actually getting the new one. I think that's a good uniform for people who don't have a Scarlet Witch uniform yet, and they want a new uniform. That uniform is going to be a better choice for them. But for the improvement from the previous one to the new one, I don't think it's worth to actually get it, to be honest. But with that said, guys, we have to keep in mind that Scarlet Witch is already the #1 tier 2 character in the game. Now, if they actually gave her a massive upgrade on a new uniform, that'll be ridiculous. She's already stronger than half the tier 3, so that will be stupid. So I think they did an amazing job on making an optional uniform for people who don't have the uniform yet, or people who want to clear higher in both Shadowland and in Body Mod World Boss Ultimate. I think that was a very, very good decision. So that pretty much finished here our uniform ranking too, guys. So we rank those new characters, we rank those uniform. Is there anything bad in this update concerning new characters and uniform? Not really. All solid new characters, all improvement from all the uniform, maybe some improvement or less than we were expecting, but they are still improving the characters. So overall, if the testing we did under early access go into the live like we tested, it's all gonna be good content in my opinion. Now guys, you have a comment, feedback, question, there's a comment section below the video. Go ahead, ask anything, say anything, and I'll answer you guys. I always answer everybody unless it's trolling or negativism. Unless you have you're filled with negativity. I don't like negativity. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Again, don't forget to hit the sub button, the like button, and the bell. Enable the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when I post a new video or go live with the live stream. We stream every night 7 p.m. Pacific time, so don't miss that, guys. And on that, I will see you next time.